It's a barn burner of a battle today on SICW Wrestling Explosion. Hello, this is Larry Matisick. And that red-hot duel today is high-flying Heath Hatton against Mr. Unpredictable Dave Vaughn. Of course, Vaughn is a key member of the stable of manager Travis Cook, who would love to see Vaughn knock Hatton down the ladder. Add to this a very important interview with promoter Herb Simmons, who's been in the middle of a controversy about who gets title shots and criticism from Ricky Cruz. A talk with Herb, Vaughn versus Hatton. Get ready for excitement after this. Once more, the exciting 2013 season proved that the Gateway Grizzlies are an important part of the St. Louis and Metro East sports scene. Every game is fun for fans of all ages, hustling and hard-hitting. The Grizzlies always provide plenty of bang for the buck. In addition, the GCS ballpark is the perfect place to enjoy baseball. The organization, the facility, part of our community. Baseball is America's game, and the Gateway Grizzlies do it right. Keep in touch with new developments. Go to gatewaygrizzlies.com.
Unique and affordable gifts and collectibles on the internet are available at the Black Bear Haversack Trading Post. Go to blackbearhaversack.com. Semi-precious stones, bone horn and soapstone items, abalone shells, genuine coyote and water buffalo teeth pendants, products for Civil War, medieval, and Renaissance reenactments, and so much more. For a 10% discount, mention SICW number 7 when you place your order. It's blackbearhaversack.com for top quality at reduced prices.
Jake Durden goes after the classic wrestling title belonging to Iron Man Ken Casa on Saturday, March 22nd at the East Carondelet Community Center. 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit. Casa battles Durden. Chaz Wesson takes on controversial Ricky Cruz. Powers, Eads, Thumper, Vaughn, Hatton, Hofarth, and more. For our tickets, call 286-4848. 286-4848. It's Saturday, March 22nd at East Carondelet. 2 out of 3 falls. Iron Man Casa against Jake Durden, plus Chaz against Cruz. There's been plenty of controversy in SICW recently, and of course, right in the middle of it all has been naturally the promoter, Herb Simmons. And Herb, we got a couple issues we should talk about. I guess first, let's talk about March 22nd at the East Carondelet Community Center. The main event for the classic wrestling title, 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit. A traditional title match between the champion, Iron Man Ken Casa, and the challenger, Jake Durden. What was in your mind? What made you think of that?
Well, as you said, traditionally in St. Louis, under the late great friend of ours, Sam Muchnick, that was a tradition. You give 2 of those Goliath competitors the opportunity to go in there. And we've seen 1 hour time limit draws. 2 out of 3 falls, I think it gives them both a competitive edge there. So when you're talking about these guys, I mean, look at over the history, Ric Flair.
Harley Race went the hour. Ric Flair, King Kong Brody.
So, I mean, yeah, I think, and what we're trying to do at the SICW is keep the tradition alive the way it used to be, in a 2 out of 3 fall, 1 hour time limit. For these 2 guys, the best man's going to win.
And I guess it takes away the possibility. Some people were saying, well, when Durden lost the 1 match he had with Casa, it was a fluke, it was luck. Well, if it's 2 out of 3 falls, you lose 1 fall, and if that's a fluke, you still got 2 falls to bounce back.
Well, and then they can't come back to me and say, I didn't have an equal opportunity here. So I'm an equal opportunity person. So like you said, well, if they lose 1, they've got 2 more to try to gain. And but that's the history of it is why I wanted to do that.
And of course, Jake Durden earned this when he came up with a very important fall in a tag match over pinning Flash Flanagan. There are so many different reasons why you would pick somebody to win a title, and this ties into the co-feature March 22nd between Ricky Cruz and the old school warrior Chaz Wesson. People complaining about, why didn't you pick me for the title? Why didn't I get a title match? Why don't I get more title chances? Go into a little bit of the thinking you have, and I know I sat with Sam Muchnick many a time over the years, and Vince McMahon in the early years when I worked with them, why they chose who went for the championship. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I mean, let's talk about Ricky Cruz. And I mean, there seems to be this a misconception out there that I've got it in against Ricky Cruz. Ricky Cruz was a good champion for SICW.
Tremendous.
Tremendous. And I give him all the credit, but for some reason, I heard earlier in the locker room that maybe he's got too much on his plate. Maybe he does, but what we're doing here, I don't care if you're liked by the fans, if you're hated by the fans, we're going to do what is best for the business. And when you take a guy like Ricky Cruz, who was a great champion, he thinks now that I'm just going to roll over and say, okay, you're going to get every title shot every time it comes up. He's got to start climbing that ladder again. Jake Durden, on the other hand, I mean, he comes in, and let's face it, I mean, that's going to be for a co-feature. That's a main event.
It's a loaded card.
It's a loaded card, and I mean, and then we're going to see. Ricky Cruz, you either put up or shut up. If you can't, then you just keep climbing.
And you made a good point, as you talked about, in the end for the championship, it should be the best against the best. And then we've talked about this before, whether it's two so-called good guys, two so-called bad guys. It doesn't matter, you put the best against the best. And I can go to WWE with that. I can talk about The Rock against John Cena. I can go to St. Louis wrestling tradition, Harley Race against King Kong Brody when Brody was a bad guy. Race against Ric Flair when they were both bad guys. It doesn't matter to you. Am I right? You're picking best against best.
Best against best, and the bottom line is I'm going to do what's best for the business and what's best for the SICW fans. And this is the match they want to see, and that's what we're giving them.
And I guess the question I should ask too, and I know this really bothered you, when Ricky Cruz, you asked him to be the special referee for a match between Flash Flanagan and Ron Powers. And out of nowhere, Ricky snapped. And he threw that super kick in there, and suddenly everything changed. Did you feel that Ricky did the right thing for the business there, or did he do the right thing for himself there?
I personally think he was setting himself up. I know he's told people that I promised him a title shot. I don't remember having that conversation. And regardless, he has the opportunity. He talks about he's been doing this for all these years. Then maybe I'm getting old, and maybe, Ricky, you just got to show me that you're able to do it again. So let's start over and let's see if you can. You know, let's just do it and let's quit talking about it.
And it's a good point, him going against Chaz Wesson.
Old school warrior.
Old school warrior, and I talked a little bit about this with Chaz. Chaz has had a tremendous run here in SICW, a lot of wins, and he's only had 2 title matches, one of which was involved, ended up with somebody being interfering. Chris Hargis ran into the ring and interfered against Ron Powers. So he's really only had 1 title match. When Chaz went for the title against Ron Powers, he had 4 title matches before he knocked Powers off. So do you feel that Cruz is being punished in any way? No. And I mean, I respect Ricky tremendously.
Oh,
I just don't
I
understand. I don't understand where his head is at as he goes through what's going on in the ring. And I don't know what kind of situation Chaz Wesson's walking into March 22nd.
Well, and Chaz has been around a long time, and that's why he's called the old school warrior. And you know, he's a competitor. He's top notch. It's going to be a good show for him. Ricky Cruz, I saw a picture of him on the social media earlier. In deep thought. If everything's okay, if everything's clicking up here with Ricky Cruz, I don't know what he's thinking so hard about. Get in the ring and take care of business.
Well, March 22nd, that's what he'll have to do. Herb Simmons, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jake Durden goes after the classic wrestling title belonging to Iron Man Ken Casa on Saturday, March 22nd at the East Carondelet Community Center. 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit. Casa battles Durden. Chaz Wesson takes on controversial Ricky Cruz. Powers, Eads, Thumper, Vaughn, Hatton, Hofarth, and more. For our tickets, call 286-4848. 286-4848. It's Saturday, March 22nd at East Carondelet. 2 out of 3 falls. Iron Man Casa against Jake Durden, plus Chaz against Cruz.
For the best deal on pre-owned cars and trucks, check out King Auto Sales in Cahokia, Illinois. Buy here, pay here. It doesn't get easier than that. Easy terms and financing on the spot for the best deals on all makes and models of pre-owned cars and trucks. You can't beat King Auto Sales, 2915 Camp Jackson Road, Cahokia, Illinois. That's King Auto Sales in Cahokia, where the customer comes first. Phone 337-7050.
Let Custom Truck Upholstery give your vehicle a facelift. Visit us on 707 North 20th Street in East St. Louis, Illinois. Custom Truck Upholstery merges old world craftsmanship and attention to detail with the latest in modern technology to make your car, truck, boat, or motorcycle look like new. Call Custom Truck Upholstery at 618-875-9850.
Presenting the Travis Cook Organization, Mr. Unpredictable, Dave Vaughn! Here you go, Sparky.
And his opponent, to my right, from Marion, Illinois, weighing 210 pounds, Heath Hatton.
So who do you like better as a ring announcer, Travis Cook or Ben Simon? And no, his name is not Sparky, but they gave him a nickname. It kind of became a pain to call him Sparky. He does a good job on that ring announcing, Ben Simon does, and Travis Cook does, well, what he does. It's Heath Hatton against Dave Vaughn. A lot at stake here. Both these guys right there battling for main events. And of course, in Hatton's case, looking for a crack at the Classic Wrestling Championship belonging to Iron Man Ken Casa. It would really help if Vaughn could knock off Hatton. Vaughn playing the policeman. And whoop, after a couple shoves and punches, well, not punches, but cuffing each other more or less. Now they hook up, pull on each other's head, trying to pull the chin down and got nowhere either way. Again, a shove by Heath Hatton. Vaughn tried to get into the neck. Hatton blocked him off, hooked him, and then that's Vaughn with a side headlock on Hatton. Two really good young talents here. Keith Smith Jr., the referee. He keeps an eye on Vaughn and Hatton. Side headlock takes Hatton over the hip and down. Hatton quickly squirms around so his shoulders are off the mat. Vaughn tries to get his weight over the shoulders, and you can see Keith Smith Jr. checking to make sure those shoulders are up. Hatton reaching inside momentarily, looking for that wrist. Now decides I can throw him off. Oh, he couldn't throw him off. Vaughn had that on like a vice, that side headlock. Held on to the head, and Hatton couldn't throw Vaughn away. Now, Heath Hatton decides to go for a wrist lock. And nice job. A lot of muscle there by Heath Hatton. And into the side headlock it goes with Heath Hatton in command. Hatton thrown to the ropes, flying tackle. Drops Vaughn. And a slap. Nothing but a slap. Then they tried a clothesline, arm drag by Heath Hatton. A second arm drag by Hatton on Vaughn. And then a slap by Hatton on Vaughn. And Vaughn goes outside the ring to soothe his irritated feelings. Travis Cook says it was a punch. No, Travis. Those are sunglasses. You can't blame Travis. He just didn't see it right. The referee begins the count outside the ring on Dave Vaughn as Heath Hatton certainly stood up to every move that Dave Vaughn could make there. Nice little challenge on that side headlock into the wrist lock, into the side headlock again. Oh, inside arm drag. Pretty. Drop kick by Hatton. Boy, when he goes in the air, he's good. He reminds me of the old school warrior, Chaz Wesson. Probably the two best drop kicks right now, I'd say, in SICW are Heath Hatton and Chaz Wesson. Wesson, of course, getting ready for his big battle on March 22nd against Ricky Cruz, the same night that Ken Casa will risk his Classic Wrestling Championship against Jake Durden. Durden, who's over like $1 million. The crowd just chants his name. They think that he can remove the title belt from Ken Casa. We'll find out, and it's going to be a major, major challenge because promoter Herb Simmons goes back to tradition. 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit. 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit. It'll be a 2-minute rest period in between falls on Saturday, March 22nd in East Carondelet. Keep that one in mind, boy. That's going to be something special, a special challenge, not only for Casa, but for Durden as well. Cardio, conditioning, thinking, smarts, toughness. They'll have to have everything there. Whoever wins that belt has to have everything. Vaughn ducks, and Vaughn ducks a flying cross body block by Hatton, and Hatton rolls right out of the ring. Nice move by Vaughn. He smelled that one coming. The referee talks to Vaughn, and whoa, Travis Cook takes advantage of that by slamming Heath Hatton into the ring post. Hatton's back down on the floor again. Keith Smith heard something happening, but by the time he got turned around, he couldn't see what. He could just as easily have been Heath Hatton stumbling to the floor, startled after his missed flying cross body block. Now Vaughn outside the ring, and he's going to be right on top of Hatton with a punch to the jaw. Dave Vaughn. He's got a mean streak we never knew about until he got back together with Travis Cook. Try for a pin, only a count of 1 on Heath Hatton. Dave can be about as mean as anybody right now. He shows that side, but you know what really makes him tough? He can wrestle. He actually can wrestle a little bit. And somewhere, somehow, down the line, that's probably going to pay off real big for Dave Vaughn. Now, does Travis Cook help him or hurt him? Well, that's hard to say. You can hear people making arguments both ways about that. Elbow to the stomach. Another elbow to the stomach as Heath Hatton busts his way out of that headlock. And then Heath goes for a flying tackle, but Vaughn gets to the side and gets his elbow right underneath the chin of Hatton. Down goes Hatton. Good move again by Dave Vaughn. He senses a lot of things in the ring. A couple little kicks to the head, just little bumps. let him know, that Heath Hatton know that I'm here. I'm in charge, at least right now. And then he pulls back on the nose. Well, that's not too legal, is it? The nose rake by Dave Vaughn, yanking back on that nose of Heath Hatton. Headbutt, whoa, to the back of the skull by Dave Vaughn. Now that wasn't too smart. That's the hard part of the head. That doesn't work as well, Dave. And Dave just found that out, but he's still on charge. He's on top, and he strangles Heath Hatton over that second rope. Whoop. The referee took a look, and Travis Cook has to be the picture of innocence after Keith Smith nearly caught him on that rope, trying to strangle Heath Hatton. Good work by Keith Smith Jr., paying a lot of attention. He dives in, gets a count of 1, and once more Hatton gets his shoulder up. Heath Hatton a little shaken right here. Things have not gone just quite right for Hatton the way he wanted it to go. Oh, big forearm smashes across the top of the skull, then an elbow to the top of the head by Dave Vaughn, something a little different where he delivered those forearms across the top of the skull. Now Vaughn, snap suplex, over the top, covers, count of 1, and at 2, Hatton gets away. Getting a little closer there, Dave Vaughn is, to maybe getting a 2 count or, ooh, could we get a 3 count? It'd be a big victory for Dave Vaughn. He's smothering Heath Hatton right there. That's why the referee broke that one up. He just put his hands across the mouth and the nose of Heath Hatton and smothered Heath Hatton. Well, Dave knows how to break some rules, doesn't he? He's broken a lot of them right here. Forearm uppercut. Kick to the side. And if Hatton weren't in the ropes, those would all be legal moves. As it is, referee Keith Smith Jr. has to chase Dave Vaughn back, and here he comes right back in with kicks again. Count of 5 could lead to a disqualification. At 4, Vaughn stops. Oh, that was close. He came really close to still being there, banging away on Hatton. Hatton ducks underneath, and now Heath Hatton, he's had enough. Heath Hatton fires away, bang, 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 and pounds on Dave Vaughn. Heath Hatton pounding on Vaughn, and Vaughn startled and shaken. Arm whip, reversed. Sunset flip, can he get Vaughn down? Yes, he can. Can he hold him there long enough to get the count of 3? No. Count of 2, but a good attempt by Heath Hatton. Flying kick from Dave Vaughn. Those kicks pay off for Vaughn. He does a lot of those, and he makes them pay off more often than not. Try for a pin. Hatton kicks away. Heath Hatton had a good move there. Nearly had Vaughn down. And you know what? It only takes 3 seconds to get a pin. That sunset flip nearly led right into that 3-second count that he wanted. Is he smothering again? I think he was smothering again. At least consistent. I'll say this. He breaks every rule as often as he can. Vaughn pushes Hatton over to the ropes. And now he has a complaint. Something's wrong. That's what's wrong. Now Travis Cook gets his 10 cents worth in as he strangles Heath Hatton over the second rope. And Travis again, the picture of innocence. Well, the attempted picture of innocence, let's say that. Leg drop by Vaughn on Hatton. Cover. Doesn't stay there long. Hatton's tough. You notice that? You're not getting any 2 counts on Hatton. Maybe once that I can remember in this match have you been able to get more than a 1 count on Hatton. Spry, young, lots of fire. He just needs to get things turned around. Right now the momentum has not been his way. But I'll tell you what, he's taken some bumps. He's taken a few bruises. But he's hanging in there and fighting. Ooh, that arm whip into the turnbuckle. That one hurts. Slamming the shoulder blades back into the top turnbuckle. Vaughn threw him hard, and Hatton took a hard jolt right into that corner. Vaughn says, look at him. I got him ready. I got him ready. Well, then you better do something quick because Hatton has shown a lot of resiliency. He comes back quick. Vaughn unties the tape on his wrist. I think a lot of people, he figured he's going to go and strangle Hatton. Keith Smith Jr., he couldn't really do anything until Vaughn did something illegal with it, which he did right there, strangling Heath Hatton. But Hatton hooks the arm. Whoa, wait a minute. STF, the John Cena finisher, the John Cena finisher. He's going for a submission. Hold on, Dave Vaughn, the STF. He's got the STF on Vaughn, and Vaughn's in trouble. If he can stay away from the ropes, Hatton can maybe get a submission. Oh, Hatton pulling Vaughn away from the ropes. Travis Cook having a fit. Dave Vaughn trapped in the STF of Heath Hatton. Just like John Cena has won many a match with this, Heath Hatton might be winning a match right now. A big victory over Dave Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn is going to pay a price. This is a punishing maneuver. Can he get to the ropes? He finally does. Travis Cook was pushing those ropes too, but wow. Dave Vaughn is going to feel that one for a while. That was nearly disaster for Vaughn and Cook. And then Vaughn moves to the side and is able to trip up Hatton, so he bounces his head against the second turnbuckle. And once again, Vaughn goes back to those reliable kicks, something he'll do a lot when he has the opportunity. Boy, that could have been something if Hatton had kept Vaughn in that STF and had forced a submission. The turnaround started to be a reverse neck breaker, but then it was followed by the forearm smash into the back of the neck. This has been a punishing match, especially for Hatton. Kick out by Hatton. Count of 2 that time. Vaughn. Good thing he wasn't in worse shape when he was caught in that STF. That could have been really bad, but he had enough fire left that he could get to the ropes and break the hold. Vaughn. Pushed to the ropes by Hatton. Oh! Sidewalk slam. Driving the spine down into the canvas. And now it's Dave Vaughn saying, oh my, that hurt. Heath Hatton saw an opening and took good advantage. Vaughn. He's hurting now, and Travis says, be careful, be careful, be careful. Big clothesline by Heath Hatton. Another clothesline. Down goes Vaughn. A duck. Flying clothesline by Heath Hatton. Underneath, reverse neck breaker by Heath Hatton going for the pin. Could this be it? Count of 1, 2, and almost 2, 3. Dave Vaughn getting in trouble as Heath Hatton fought back. Heath hears that crowd, that sellout crowd yelling for him. Face plant. He just brings Dave Vaughn down face first into the canvas. A big spear by Hatton on Vaughn. Well, that could be it. And Vaughn kicks out just after 2. Hatton using Vaughn's own finishing maneuver on Vaughn. And he nearly had Vaughn pinned with Vaughn's own move. Oh, that spear nearly put Vaughn away. That's the second time that Heath Hatton came within a hair of putting Dave Vaughn away. He brings Vaughn to him. Vaughn trying to fight his way out. Whoop, Hatton misses a clothesline. Spear by Vaughn. Hatton walked right into the spear by Vaughn. This could be it. Count of 1, 2, and oh! Heath Hatton gets away, and Dave Vaughn. Oh, he's screaming inside. He landed his spear and thought he had it. And Travis Cook slams Hatton into the ring post. And referee Keith Smith Jr., well, he could do 2 things now. He could disqualify, or he's throwing Travis Cook out of the ring. He's throwing him out of the building. Get out of here. He's going to give Hatton and Vaughn a chance to settle this thing one-on-one, and Travis Cook has just been kicked out of the East Carondelet Community Center by referee Keith Smith Jr. Well, how about that? And it leaves things wide open. Let Vaughn and Hatton just settle this thing one-on-one without Cook interference. Smart move by Keith Smith Jr. Good decision. Here comes Vaughn into the ring. They're both a little worried now. They've taken some blows. Kick to the stomach. Oh, front DDT by Hatton. That's another one that Hatton uses quite often for a finish. And now he has shaken Dave Vaughn. Vaughn rattled. That took his head face first. Whoa, he's got to feel those marbles just rolling all over between his ears. Hatton covers Vaughn, count of 1. And Hatton didn't want to waste time getting his full body weight. He just tried to get enough to cover him. And it wasn't enough to hold Vaughn down. Vaughn with a punch to the head, another punch. Vaughn whipped to the ropes. A miss by Hatton. Here they come. Whoa! They both tried spears. They both tried spears and they rammed their heads together. Vaughn, Hatton, both down. They ran headfirst into each other. They both tried spears at the same time. Oh man, look at Hatton. He doesn't know where he is. I don't know if this is good. This is not good. They are in rough shape. The referee counting towards 10. They have 10 to get up. Hatton trying to find the ropes. He's sort of there. He's sort of not there. Vaughn can barely roll over, and that's it. The referee counts to 10. Both men have been counted out. They've both been KO'd. It's a TKO. Both men counted out. That makes the match ruled a draw. And this could be disaster. And the referee's checking, first of all, to see, are we okay? Hey, no matter what people say or think about pro wrestling, what happens or why, believe me, this bruising thing today proved a key point. You better be a terrific athlete. Our performers can get hurt. 1 inch either way in that collision, and somebody leaves this ring on a stretcher. Here comes referee Jay King to check things out. Even now, I'll guarantee you, promoter Herb Simmons is going to make sure that paramedic is talking to both Hatton and Vaughn before either leaves this building. What a match, Vaughn and Hatton.
Both men have been rendered knocked out
From the World Series champion Tigers in '45 to the Gateway Grizzlies to the '03 State Tournament Belleville East Lancers. A tradition in baseball and an even longer tradition in fine furniture and service. Miller Furniture, 1004 East Main in Belleville.
Farm music and fun. The place to party is Pop's nightclub and concert venue in Sojay. From Bruno Mars of the first U.S. tour of Nickelback to Flogging Molly or the Insane Clown Posse, 30 years of memories pack Pop's concert venue with more made at every news show. And there's a party at Pop's nightclub every night, a melting pot of friends enjoy the best in dance, rock, pop, and top 40 music until 5:30 a.m. Plus add a full game room. Check out all the action at popsrocks.com. Then and now, the place to party is Pop's in Sojay. Jake Durden goes after the classic wrestling title belonging to Iron Man Ken Casa on Saturday, March 22nd at the East Carondelet Community Center. 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit. Casa battles Durden. Chaz Wesson takes on controversial Ricky Cruz. Powers, Eads, Thumper, Vaughn, Hatton, Hofarth, and more. For our tickets, call 286-4848. 286-4848. It's Saturday, March 22nd at East Carondelet. 2 out of 3 falls. Iron Man Casa against Jake Durden, plus Chaz against Cruz. In our visit today, promoter Herb Simmons brought up some valid points, and some of them are bound to irritate the devil out of Ricky Cruz. But Herb spoke his mind, and that was a terrific contest between Dave Vaughn and Heath Hatton. Exciting, physical, up for grabs all the way, and a crash at the end that knocked both men cold and bluntly scared everyone for both of their well-being. But that's part of the SICW culture. Good talent wants to win and be on top. They give 100% to get there, so don't miss SICW Wrestling Explosion.
Vaughn versus Hatton.